Alright folks, welcome back to my Jedi Fallen Order 100% playthrough guide. Um, when we left off yesterday, we were in Dathomir in the Swamps of Sacrifice. We are technically still in the Swamps of Sacrifice, but we have now progressed from there to the Witch's Horn, and we are about to come down here and jump into this arena. We're gonna have a good time with this. This is one of my favorite sections of the game right here. I love this boss. He's probably one of the funner ones in the game, and you get a lot of really epic visuals. I also have taken some pretty awesome screenshots during this boss fight. Just know if you're gonna do screenshots, don't plan on living through them, because, you know, of course, you're looking for action shots during a boss fight, and if you're focusing on setting up for a screenshot, then you're not really focusing on your blocks, parries, and all that, but it is possible to do so. You just have to get it all set up just right. Okay, that being said, we're going to go ahead and take off through this area, and then I'll show you guys how to get this secret, because we actually are going to have to backtrack for it after the boss fight. But it's no big deal. We'll take care of that right fast and in a hurry. Then we'll double check the Swamps of Sacrifice, because as I did say, there's a lot of things here to miss. This place is probably one of the most inundated areas in the game with collectibles. You have Force Echoes, data scans, some terrarium seeds, which I'm pretty sure we got all the terrarium seeds. I believe there's only one seed in this area. I think there's only 2 total on Dathomir. I'd have to double check that once I go and plant the seeds in my little greenhouse box. I'm not sure what you call it, a terrarium. And we'll get moving on. I'd like to try to make it back to the Tomb of Kujet today, but if not possible, then we'll see where we go. We are definitely going to at least make it through Ilum. Alright folks, let's get started. Now, this whole section right here is real simple. You just hop down, and I mean, it's linear. It's just, you know, herding you to the boss fight. Don't get worried. He's not going to come out as soon as you get down here. You hop down, and BD1's going to go, "Hey, look, I've got something to show you." As you can see, this place is definitely not somewhere that we should really be lightly. You know, I get he's a Jedi, and he's pretty confident in himself, but I'd be like, oh, yeah, this place I should probably get in and out of as quick as I can. And you just want to walk over here to these orange lichen-looking things on the wall. I think it's called fire lichen. We'll actually have a data scan of that at some point if we haven't already got it. And you interact with this dead dude here. And now this gigantic bat that we somehow couldn't see on the ceiling before is now magically here. And this is the legendary Gorgara. Oh, hang on. Let me double check and make sure that my microphone is on. I did have it off yesterday while I was playing. Okay. We are good to go on that. And you just roll out of his way, hit his wing. He came at me hard right off the bat, so this ought to go relatively quickly. Wait till the other wing comes down. Now you'll see him light up blue, smack his face into the pavement. Get the button for. He's gonna say, "Damn, that hurt!" And jump up. Now watch out for this little scream attack. He got me with it, and then he transitions into a ground pound, which he did hit me with. He charges at you, but, like, he'll miss sometimes even if you don't move. I don't know what her goal is with that, but it's not very effective. Oh, shit, she got me. Okay. Alright, that was just the practice run. We were just kidding, folks. Now that I've gotten all the basic stuff out the way, I'm going to focus on fighting for a second and quit talking. Okay. Once our endless freaking infinite load screen ends here. Great game, good graphics, super awesome story, real fun, but man, the load times are painful. I'm sure at this point in the game you've probably already discovered that, and you're just as upset about it as everybody else in the world. Oh, Lord. What was that? I sat back on something cold. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hop down here, just like so. Okay, now that being said, you just want to watch for his attacks. It's a really scripted fight. Before I jump down, I'll clear all that. You gotta attack the wing, slam him into the ground, do that repeatedly. Once you get his health down a fair amount, he's gonna flee from you, and then we can move on through the area. Alright, he should come down. Boom! There he goes. You want to do your best to hit him as quick as you can so that you can see his unblockables again, because when they're lit up gold, they make it hard to, it makes it hard to see them glow red. But there is an audio cue, so I mean that helps. Okay. Eat some pavement. Alright. As you can see, he doesn't have a whole shitload of health, but I mean, birds, their wings are pretty brutal. Anyways, even a big one, I suppose. Just don't want to get hit with that because it'll leave you staggered and make you vulnerable to that attack. Alright, come get some. I keep saying he, but if you read the data scan on it, the Gorgara is apparently a female. Little bitch. Alright. Watch for the bite. Roll from the wing. He should do the other wing. Sometimes he'll do the same one twice. Nope, he's gotta do this instead. That's about to piss me off if he hits me with that again.
Little help, BD.
Luckily, he's relatively slow, so you get pretty forgiving on using your stims in this area. While he's down like this, you actually can get some hits on him, but you want to watch that wing swipe. Just keep your distance. You know, a smart man wouldn't get too close to something this large if he didn't have to. Gotta take your time. Just, if you keep strafing to the side, a lot of times it really throws it up. Damn!
What, BD?
Finally, you put the other wing down. Say. What the hell? Oh, I must have got his health down enough to run away. Yeah, okay, he's gonna run away. Oh, no he's not. No he's not. I thought he was. Get ready, and jump! Oh, he double pounded. Watch out for that. He doesn't do the double pound ultra often, but he does do it. Shit, he caught me with that
Little
one.
help, BD.
And he doesn't always do both wings every time, which makes it a little frustrating, because sometimes he sits there and wastes your time for epic amounts of time. Shit!
Another step.
The hardest part is keeping your camera focused on him, because he gets out of your lock really easily. I think he's gonna do another one. Nope. Okay. Alright, at this point, thank you. Okay, he should run away now. Might have to get him one more time. Nope, there he goes. He's gonna take off and climb out. I told you this boss is really simple. Only thing you have to watch out for is if you do let him hit you, he hurts you incredibly bad. Which is, of course, the case for the majority of the bosses in this game. The difficulty with them actually is more in the stupid amounts of damage they do, and the fact that they spam their unblockables like they're going out of style. And the bosses have the uncanny ability that they will chain multiple unblockables together, especially if you're kicking their ass. It seems like the game starts to get salty, and it will do that. The more difficulty you give the boss will then turn around and start to get progressively cheaper with their attacks. This is most noticeable with the second sister. She has one attack she'll do that you have to watch out for, especially on Grandmaster. She'll charge you, snatch you up, and like do a little like life suck thing on you, you know, because that's a woman's favorite thing to do, is suck the soul out of a man. But they'll yeah, she does that, and on Grandmaster it's a one-shot. It doesn't matter if you have full health, everything, and yeah, it gets incredibly frustrating, and it's very difficult to avoid. You have to really know the sign for that she's about to do it, and if you're close to her at all, she's gonna catch you every time. There's no way. It's just one of the facts of life on that one, and if you make it through her in one try, on Grandmaster, power to you, because I haven't done it but one time, and I just got totally lucky, and I went in and I just totally beat the holy hell out of her, and I kept spamming my stems to refill my force meter. Now you'll come out in this area here, which is an outer area of the Witch's Horn. We're right here. We are going to have to go back up top of the Witch's Horn, but as you can see, this red area is now green. And that's because we got those climbing claws, which have unlocked for us the ability to climb on the lichen-looking things, as evidenced by the fact you just saw me climb some.
The strongest Night Brothers faced a rite of passage by venturing into the lair of this creature.
Now, upon defeating this creature, you actually can initiate a conversation on Dathomir. You have to be on Dathomir to have the conversation with one of the characters in the game, and you'll find out that the Gorgara is called the Terror of Dathomir or something like that, and that even the Zabraks are horrified of it. Now, if you look back here, there's nothing back here, but you do have to run down here to complete a portion of your map. And there also is a shortcut right here that you can access later from the other side to get back into this area, but that won't be necessary. We're going to stop here, and I believe I have some skill points. Yes, I do, so we're going to stop and use those real quick. And... oh, dadgummit, there it is, the Howling Pool. This is one of my favorite moves. It's especially useful against large groups of medium-sized enemies like stormtroopers, purge. Well, it doesn't work so well on the purge troopers, but it helps clear out their little friends so that you can focus on them. This precision evade, it's going to take you some skill to learn how to use it, but it's also incredibly good. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and buy the Howling Pool for now. Then I'm going to go with the Precision Evade. Then Howling Push will probably be my next one. After that, we'll work our way through all these. Because these are abilities I don't use very often and I don't find very useful. Especially not this one. It seems like it would be good. But when the enemies are around you, and you do the initial heavy attack with your double-bladed saber, it always knocks the enemies away. And by the time he starts throwing the saber around him, they've usually already closed the distance on you and are inside the range of the lightsaber. And so now you're just stuck locked into a combo that's not dealing any damage to anybody, and they're sitting there going apeshit on you. And the ones that are in range of it, it doesn't deal enough damage to be worth the massive amount of force that it takes from you. I actually have forewent buying it altogether on multiple playthroughs, but I'm a completionist at heart, and it's just really hard for me to not buy everything. Now, before I jump on this wall, you're gonna want to try to jump and all kinds of stuff to try to rush right here, but don't. You actually go slower doing so than you do just climbing now, because these claws also give you an increased climbing speed. Now we're gonna get about right here, and Gorgara decided that he didn't want to be a little punk after all. Don't worry about the rocks, they don't hit you. Keep climbing. And just keep moving, don't stop for nothing. Hopefully I can make it up in one try. Yeah, okay. We get here, you'll get this scripted scene where he snatches you. Pay attention to that glowing force echo that you saw down there. We're gonna come back for it as soon as we're done with him. Her, whatever. It's a female, according to the data. Now, this part actually can be a little tricky to judge, but it's really relatively simple. You just keep yourself right here and... Ah, damn it. See? I thought I was right on it, but I missed.
Here we go again.
Left trigger. Get ready. You want to shoot straight at this sucker. If you slow yourself down too much, then you'll miss. Catch him again. And now the first time I played this, I'll say, boy, I was pumped. I was like, oh, whoa, I thought this was freaking awesome.
Get ready, BD! Jump!
But this is like some straight out episode 2 or 3 stuff right here. It's reminiscent to me of Anakin when he's on Coruscant and he just jumps out of the freaking speeder with Obi-Wan sitting there. Lands on Zam's speeder while she's running after attempting to assassinate Senator Amidala.
Okay, I trust you.
You'll have to snatch him one more time. I'm sorry, but I'd be if I was a Jedi, I'd just have to lay there and, you know...
You okay?
Shake that one off for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm great.
Alright.
Wish I could say the same for this creature, though.
Well, now that the Gorgara is dead, we are going to immediately turn around and come back through the way we went when we ran into her. I'll forego the over-explanation here, because I figure anybody could figure this out. Now, you can run around this little circle, but I mean, you're not going to find anything. There's nothing in here. Just want to climb right back up the wall, just like you did before. As you notice, he's boogieing along. I mean, he really does climb way faster with these claws. This part here is always kind of reminiscent of God of War and Dante's Inferno for me. Which I actually never completed Dante's Inferno because about halfway through it, I got very upset about the fact that it is a incredibly blatant ripoff of God of War. And I was just like, no, I can't continue to play this game. Because I felt like at that point that it was just a sore spot for me. I'm sorry. It's not relevant to this, so I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm sure somebody else felt the same way. Matter of fact, I know people have, because I actually Googled it, and multiple people have commented on the fact. Let's see. Even though it's not necessary, I'm going to go ahead and save here, just for, you know, the sake of being careful. You never know, stupid things happen. Especially when you've played this game for multiple playthroughs. Like my first playthrough, the game was flawless. I didn't have any stupid stuff happen except for I had one mess up on Dathomir towards the end. But that was more because I was distracted during the cutscenes and I thought the game was messed up, but it wasn't. I just didn't know what was going on. Make sure you come over here. This little side does count. And now that is the echo that we could see earlier when the Gorgara first snatched us.
A Night Sister used this bowl for mixing potions and elixirs. Some were medicine, others poison.
Alright, now you turn around, come in here. Hop down here and make your little circle. Don't jump down there, because you'll die. You just want to hop back up. Here's your box. And back across you go. And at this point, we're going to go down here. I'm sorry, I just wanted to look at that little effigy. Hop down. Hop down again. There it is. You just keep following these down until you get to the bottom. I think this is the last one. Yeah, it is. And now we're back where the dead bat is. For future reference, if you do, for some reason, back down here, you have to come back down this slide. Just be forewarned that now that the Gorgara is here, he can block you in some areas. But I mean, you can still pass him. You just have to angle yourself around him. But his corpse makes it a little more difficult. Now, the Witch's Horn is explored. And I know the Swamp of Sacrifice still isn't complete, but that's because we have to climb up this wall here. I want to do one little once over, because as I said, this area is very inundated with collectibles that are very easily missed. A lot of them you can't see very easily. Oh crap, okay. And so it's super easy to just pass one up, because they're all kind of tucked off in little nooks. I should have all of them. Let me look at my data bank. Dathomir. Okay, yeah, the last one of those is in a later place. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4. The Wanderer and the Witch. Alright, okay, I'm pretty sure we have all of them. Because I know there's still several up ahead, and I'm trying to do a little count, a mental count in my head here, but as I said, I do all of this off memory. It's so stupid how if you hit the rope halfway up, it makes you go down instead of back up. It's like it can't figure out that you were trying to go this way. You can climb up right there as well. I don't know why they gave you a double shortcut there, but I guess they figured in case you backtrack through here repeatedly before obtaining the claws. Okay, I already double checked that. If we did miss something, I apologize that you'll have to watch me come back through here again and hunt it down, which I'll be highly frustrated about too, but I will get it done. Because I'm already upset about the fact that I had to leave Ordo Eris without the map completely fixed, scanned, but I just for the life of me could not figure out what I missed in there. And I believe that I was just having a mess up in my game.
Not so bad. Prepare to die, Jedi. Advance on him.
Come on. Let those guys focus on the night axe, save yourself some trouble. If you get real close to this edge here, you can usually snatch this guy with the force. There we go. Dropped him.
Stinks in fear. He's withdrawing. Come back
You
here.
cheap shot, shithead.
This pain means nothing.
Where'd the... Oh, he moved. That guy there, once you kill his buddies, he runs and tries to ambush you right here. But no worries. You gotta pull both of these, hit this one with force slow, and you should be able to get to this one before it moves. Ah, shit. Okay. Alright. Alright. Hop up here. Watch out, he'll shoot you in the back. You just get up as quick as you can. Now. There's nothing over here, but it does count towards your map. You can break these if you want to be a jerk and mess up all their shit. Because it's not enough that you're just running around killing all these guys.
BD, got something to help me?
Which is funny how they say a bunch of whiny stuff while you're killing them, but they relentlessly attack you even though you told them that you didn't want to fight any of them initially. But then they say things like, how
That's the
could
bridge into
you, and
their
da-da-da-da when you kill all their friends.
I doubt they
But
expected
it's like,
us
well,
to
I
come
mean,
back.
what am I supposed to do?
Still,
Y'all are
there's
freaking
gotta be a
attacking.
stealthy-
I'm literally killing the last surviving members of a dying endangered race. Because there's no women left, and I don't see Marin giving it up to anybody. But, even then, just one woman, you know, there would be obvious genetic issues if
Honestly, I had
she
no
bred
idea
with
this was
every
here
man
when I
on the
pulled bridge
planet.
down.
No matter
Just
how
wanted to
many
see what
children
would
she
happen.
had, they'd all have the
You and the
same
cutter on the
DNA.
sheet.
I don't know if that's applicable to aliens the way it would be to humans, but I don't know. That's a little more detail and analyzation than I'm qualified to do in the Star Wars universe, because I'm not a geneticist or a scientist. I just know what I learned in high school.
We have sacrificed too many. He's too dangerous. We should kill him. No, we take
So
him
of
to
course,
Brother
as you saw, you
Business.
turn left. You'll scan this and get this chest. Now you go right. Now once again, this is one of those areas where the thing is kind of tough to spot. And I actually ran around in here for a while. Make sure you take this little pocket on the left. And I was like, where am I supposed to go? But I bought them a lot easier. But I just wasn't paying attention. First playthrough, I acted 90% of the time while I was playing. You know, you have a girlfriend and kids and stuff, you know how it goes. Okay, I apologize. I had to get something to drink here. Where's my camera angle? There it is. Okay. So you hop up here, grab this. You'll see that one right there. Nothing down there. Hop up and get it. Climb back up. Grab the wall. Oh. There we go. Now you just come around. And this is the village that we initially came to from over there. But if you remember, we got to the bridge and they started shooting at me like crazy and we had to take the rope slide. Okay. So we'll rest right here. Now you can just dive down in here and get right in the fray if you want. But I like to come up here first. Because you're going to run into a bunch of little shitheads with bows. And from up here, you can generally... Okay, well they're not going to shoot at me. Take them out.
A trespasser.
Try me, Jedi.
Oh, you snuck up on me.
Yeah.
I will hunt you down.
Got rid of him. Easy enough. Here comes another one. They charged me. Normally they stay back. They call you cowards for blocking them. Yeah, they'll say stuff like, that's a coward's defense, and things like that. But it's like, dude, you're literally standing. What they're shooting at me with a bow. Alright. There's still one guy with a bow over there. And as you can see, there's a baneback spider right there. You can just barely see him moving. If you keep putting pressure on, eventually that guy with the bow will shoot at you again. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. You wanna watch this spider? Oh, there's another one. Where are you at? Get rid of him. Get rid of him. There we go. That was everybody. Now, I'm gonna run back here and let you see something. If you look right there, see this little ledge? I don't know why I'm pointing to that with my finger. You can't see me. That little wooden platform, probably about 12 feet to the left, that up there has a secret on it. You're gonna think that you can get to it with this box, which is technically possible if you lightly cheat or just manage to get it in the exact perfect spot, but it's incredibly difficult, and I'll show you a better way. First, just make your little run around this for your map scan if you're trying to get the achievement for the data maps. The data maps do not count towards your 100% completion, so by leaving that out on Ordo Eris, this is technically not a incomplete guide, even though that's true 100% for me. If you don't have 100% of the maps, then you're not 100% complete. But as long as you collect all the collectibles and find all the chests and things, that counts as 100%. I guess they did that because they knew that some of these maps are a massive pain in the ass to find the little areas on. That, I mean, literally, it can be the tiniest corner of the map. And you'd be amazed on some of the sections how much percentage that little tiny corner counts for. And it's ridiculous. I'd like to see them, you know, fix that. I'd like to think if BD1 can scan a dead body from over there by that door, then he can definitely scan this whole room, you know, a lot easier. But okay, we're gonna move on. And you just come right here. Underneath this box. Now, if you don't get close to this gate, as you can see, it didn't go down. But even though I've killed everybody in here, as soon as I get by it, it's gonna snap down. Boom. And so, don't think you got lucky and you can bypass this. You can't. You have to do it this way. So just shove this box over here. Hop up on it. Hop over here. Grab your ledge. You're technically supposed to put it down there, but why push it further than you have to? And sorry about your bad luck. Right here is a box. There's the gate closed. Don't get too cocky, because you are going to get ambushed right here. And there's a guy to the left with a bow as well.
Have the trail.
Once you hit him one time, he normally chickens out and says, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have shot at that guy." Turn around, scan this. He can't shoot you when you're all the way back in here. Sometimes when you come back out, he'll decide he's got balls again. Most of the time, you have to go up there to him. All you want to do, run all the way to here. You actually can sometimes snatch him, but it's not going to let me, of course. Just like everything else I've tried to show you guys, little ways around things. Oh, no. Chicken shit. Alright. Keep moving. Come right here. As you can see, there's the Swamp of Sacrifice down there, which is now 100% explored, as you can see. This next area is the Cliffside Fortress. Now, there is a elevator that we're going to have to get, and it's super easy to miss. It is... let me find it. I believe it's this one right here. No, it's not that one. It's this one here. And, it's super easy to miss, so, prepared for that. But, of course, I'll show you when we get to it, because I'm not going to miss it. Now, you hop right here.
You cannot.
Really, dude? Like, I would have shot at me 10 minutes ago. Alright, there's that down there. Don't bother. Come over here. Keep moving. Here's your little shortcut. And that's one of two methods to get down here. Obviously, you can step right here. But if you didn't notice, you could just step right here. Then you can hop off that on your way back up and normally make the jump.
The interloper seeks to divide us.
Then he must die.
Okay, at this point, we should have... oh, wrong button. My bad. Databank. Dathomir. The Night Brothers. Night Sisters. There's only one more of those that we need, and one more of the Stranger. And then there's two of these, the Wanderer and the Witch. We should find both of these before we leave this area. And this, the Wanderer and the Witch, both of those are going to be in a unexplored section that we haven't gone to yet. Come over here. This counts for your map. Just work your way up and around. There's nothing on these platforms. They don't count for anything. As a matter of fact, you can't even actually land on them. I've attempted to multiple times.
Now, have you found the tomb?
Close, but got a little sidetracked.
Now, if you look down here,
Reese is acting strange. He swears he saw someone
it's kind of
outside the
comical.
mantis.
Give me one moment.
Dathomir's getting to him.
Pretty sure that's who he is.
Are you all right?
I'm not seeing things, so... Yes? I'm coming out of a Night Brother village now. Hoping to get back on track.
Sounds like you're handling yourself.
Yeah, BD and I got this.
I got a little chilly. I had to put my hoodie on. If you look down here, comically enough, right there, you can clearly see Seer standing outside of the ship, and there's nothing else down there. But they both claimed just now that they were inside the ship and that Grease could see things outside the ship, but there's nothing there. This is also one of my favorite spots to take screenshots. You can position yourself in some really good places, and I like having the Mantis in the background. But there's also some other really good places later on. For those of you that don't know, the screenshots, you have to go to settings, right here on controls, go down and make sure to enable photo mode. Keep in mind that even on photo mode, your subtitles will show up. So if you're trying to get a screenshot during a conversation, you want to turn your subtitles off. But then you click both sticks. This is what it looks like. And there's all kind of great options in here. Filters. But there's that. I'm not going to mess with that. You can figure that out on your own, and I am no photography expert. And of course, there's no achievements or completions or anything for capturing screenshots, so it's not even worth my time. But I do have some really good screenshots that I will showcase. If you are a member of the Fallen Order Reddit, then you've probably seen a few. If you're not a member of the Fallen Order Reddit, you should really check it out. There's a lot of super knowledgeable guys on there, and they're real fun. It's a great community. Just be careful what you say, because, of course, with everything, there's some sensitive folks on there that if you say anything that they don't like about the game, they take it as like a personal affront to their honor.
Coward!
Stupid.
End him!
Wow! Everybody was kung fu fighting. Boom. I love when I get one of them good sick combos like that. It just makes you look like a badass. Okay, at this point you can come back through here if you missed anything or if you just want to go back to the ship and save. But it's not necessary. Because we came to Dathomir at the proper time, we can continue through the entire planet in one playthrough. I am going to stop right here and save. Well, no, not one playthrough. I lied. I always think that, but I forget that you get forced to go somewhere else. But that's no problem. We're going to take care of that. And this section here, there's really not much left to it. Whoa. That was a new one.
Get him, brothers!
Shithead. Why you running?
You know you...
Oh, don't fall off. Okay, now because we opened this door, it is now more convenient to get through here. We don't have to fight all those assholes in there. Just keep moving. You'll notice now that the creepy guy
No sign of that old man.
in the cloak is
I wonder
gone.
if the Night Brothers
So you definitely, if you want to actually have all the conversations with him, make sure you do it beforehand. Come up here. These guys are gonna pop up and try to freaking
Intruder, above!
laser bow you down.
Your tactics are useless. I will avenge my brothers.
Watch him. Get rid of him. Now, if you missed for any reason anything down there and you need to go back down here, there's a trick to it. You can't just jump off of here like so. Please, God. Oh, they fixed it. Shit. You used to, if you jumped off right there, it would kill you. And the trick is you had to be hanging on the wall when you dropped down for it to work. That's no problem, folks. We'll make a quick little trip around here. And, we'll go ahead and get that, well, yeah, we needed to come back this way anyways, so it's not a big deal. And it will take us a very short amount of time because I'm not going to sit here and fight everybody. I'm just going to move through the area. You will need to save several times just in case you don't manage to give them the slip and one of them kicks you in the butt. If you missed this on the first, on my part 4 video, make sure to go back and watch that, because this was, I did have to split this section into 2 parts. Now you'll take this little magically strange elevator that is somehow super primitive looking, but still works off electricity and goes up and down with no manual power. But I mean, hey, it's Star Wars. It's all supposed to be a long time ago anyways. Alright, now here's the other elevator that I said is easily missed, as you can see. And it's going to take us right back up to the top. So we didn't go far out of our way anyways, but I am glad now that I jumped down there, because otherwise we would have missed this. And as you can see, the collapsed settlement, damn it, the map changed on me. I gotta find the proper floor, I apologize. Halls of the Nidak. The collapsed settlement is now explored, which until you hit this elevator wouldn't have been. We can go here. Dathomir is already 87% explored. The rest of that will be further up here. Now that we're at the top of the elevator, you should recognize where we are. This is the workbench that will provide you with the double-bladed sabers, assuming you have not obtained them at one of the other several places you can get it. But if you were already on, if you went through Kashyyyk and fought the Ninth Sister, you are actually forced to obtain it there. It is possible to cheat your way around it, but you'll break your game, so I don't recommend you do so.
Don't shoot recklessly! You cannot defeat our might! I must kill this outsider!
What the hell?
You won't!
Little ass. Okay. But yeah, you used to have to, it must have been fixed. You had to actually be hanging on the wall when you dropped down. Otherwise, it wouldn't initiate the slide. You would just die as if you fell. You come right here.
This must be the tomb.
And, there's nothing in this area to find, except for there's something up there. And we're going to get that before we continue into the tomb. Because otherwise we'll have to wait, and it's gonna... I mean, unless you are just really desperate for more skills. Be prepared, you are going to fight our final legendary creature here. This is the Nidak Alpha, and he is a massive prick. You cannot initiate the execution with him. You have to kill him. And that's part of what makes him so tough. Because he has stupid reach, and he's fast. And he loves his unblockables.
Help, BD!
Come on. Now you'll notice the third one's an unblockable, but it stops him for a second, gives you a chance to open up on him. You can force push him in the middle of his unblockable, but you want to be super careful because he'll smack the holy shit out of you in a heartbeat. There we go. Watch that. He'll cheap shot you before he dies. And ta-da, you've got the Nidak Alpha, and I did it in one try. Round of applause for me. I finally didn't get killed fighting something. That's how I normally play, by the way. I normally do amazingly good. I'm not no slouch at this game. I didn't just decide, hey, I'm mediocre enough at this game to attempt to make videos. It's just, it seems like I've been having shitty luck on this stream. You move across here. If you make a bad jump, there is a thing there you can catch, but you should make it no problem. Drop down right here. Here's a box. Come across here. Wall run. Be careful double jumping too much, because if you get too high, you will miss. And get ready, you're going to run into a Baneback spider group right here that's going to try to get you. If you're quick, you can send them for a little trip. You're definitely going to want to take these guys out, because those little bulbs are going to burst open and have some Night Sisters come out, and trust me, the last thing you need is to be screwing with them and these guys. Oh my god, dude, come on, just die. Damn it.
Stim BD!
There we go. That was Howling Pool at work. See how short of work I made of them? Now, it's time for you. What foul spell is this? Oh! Well, I was gonna throw him off, but I just wanted to play with him a little first. God, I'm loving that indigo blade. I normally play with yellow or orange or the red one. If you've beaten the game, you'll know you get a red one. But I kind of figured I'd do something a little different for once. I might actually switch to the darker purple one later, because this indigo one is incredibly similar to the blue. It looks awfully blue, but just the solid purple one. I was never a big fan of purple as a color. I mean, I like purple, don't get me wrong, but it's not like, oh, I gotta have it purple. I'm not one of those guys. Now, there is this box over here that I almost missed and didn't tell you guys about. Shit. Well, that was an interesting little method there. As you notice, I could have actually saved myself right there, but as I said, I'm not going to use the flying glitch at all, because I don't even want people to go, oh, well, you turned around and used the flying glitch, so you cheated, after saying you don't like people cheating. I will occasionally use it to save my life in a situation where I just can't be bothered to do so. Or like if I'm trying to get somewhere where I want to take a screenshot from, like for instance, you can actually get a really damn good screenshot on the top of that little pillar over there, and this section here, which, believe it or not, are some of the few background areas in the game that aren't supposed to be reachable that you can actually stand on. Most everything else, you go to it, and you just fall through the floor. All it is there's no actual floor there, it's just texture. I suppose that's what they call it, I don't know, I'm not a hardcore programmer. You get some really good screenshots off that one too, but I like to use that one right there, that's, like centered on my head right now. We're gonna come over here, and you'll find another,
BD,
chest.
got something to help me? Have I mentioned to you how awesome this is? Because you're pretty great.
This one has a stem, of course. You should recognize that. I mean, the colors are super obvious. The blue ones are ones you can open. Green ones are the ones you have to slice. Gold ones give you a stem. Of course, as always, make sure use your stems if you need to before you open the chest, and you'll get a free refill. And who doesn't love free shit? Now you just hop right back down here. Don't worry about these bulbs. Nothing's gonna happen with them just yet. Now, if you remember, I told you when we went to, we did one of the scans at the very beginning of this area, the Echo. There's a chest right here you can hardly see, but it's there. If you haven't collected it, it's a lot more noticeable because it'll have little blue lights on it. There's a Echo that you sense when you first come to Dathomir. It's the one hidden behind the wall run at the very top of the area where there's several of the baneback spiders. And you'll hear Marin say, Chono, Slalom, Danny, Taylori, Olie, I believe. And you're about to find out what that spell actually does. And trust me, it's nothing you're going to enjoy.
My friend, we've reached the Tomb of Kujet.
You scan this.
In search of an astrium.
And we're now in the Tomb of Kujet. Right now, I could technically go and start my third talking point, but I'm not going to expound on it too much. As you've probably figured out, because Dathomir is not exactly the most hospitable of planets, and I already mentioned, the first temple that you go to, which is the Tomb of Elrim, is really reminiscent of balance. That there's literally a puzzle that the goal of it is to balance the two opposing wind spots and make the ball stay stationary. And so I already mentioned that. I don't want to expound on it too much. I just want to recap for those of you that haven't watched that video or didn't pay attention. And so that fits in with what I was saying about that I believe that that's the true path that one should follow through the Force. Not good, not bad, right in between, you know. You just should understand when it was time to be bad and when it was time to be good. Then we go to the tomb of Mictrol, which is also on Zepho. And that one, for me, is reminiscent of the Jedi Order. It's real pious and has all these extravagant offerings that have been made there and things like that. And it straight up talks about how everything there was during an era of extravagance and pride. And, you know, that's reminiscent of Dogma, which, give me a second, and this will come in later, too. I'm not going to go too in-depth, as I said, on this section, because I do need to wait for other things before I can say the rest. I don't want to spoil the game for you. There we go. Dogma definition. Okay. It says, a principle set or set of principles laid down by an authority as incontrovertibly true. Mid-16th century via Latin from Greek. Dogma, opinion, and dokein, seem good or think. Okay, so basically what that's saying is that exactly what I said about how the Sith and the Jedi both are convinced that their way is right. And there's no possibility that there could be another way. And they're very dogmatic in that aspect. And so, moving on to this tomb for me is clearly reminiscent of the dark side. And, of course, every Jedi or Force-sensitive person that has come off of Dathomir that I know of was a Sith Lord, a dark side user. They were not... I don't know of any that were good. Now, there was Asajj Ventress. She was initially a Jedi Padawan, but that did not last very long, and she fell to the dark side via a lust for revenge. We'll go ahead and stop there, and I'll move on. And then I'll explain the rest on my second return to this temple.
Whatever that was, it's gone.
Now you'll notice that there's all of a sudden a save point here that wasn't here before. You can't interact with the door again, of course, just in case you were wondering. That door down there is locked. First time I came in here, I was like, what the hell, is the room broke? What? There were a couple times that happened to me on Dathomir. This part, and then immediately after, we're gonna go to our skill tree. And I'm gonna go ahead and invest into the precision evade. Now rest. The precision evade, as I said, is tough. It takes almost better timing than the parry, but once you master it and you learn the movesets of every enemy, it makes it incredibly easier to beat people because you're not constantly rolling and having to put as much distance between you and them every time they swing at you, so it gives you more time and allows you to get more hits in. Now you rest and just leave the save point. Now, one thing that did upset me with this game is that of all the lightsaber parts that they had available for you to use, you are not actually able to recreate Cal's Padawan lightsaber. I've gotten fairly close, but there's nothing that actually looks just like it. And I've even Googled it to see what parts you're supposed to use, and there's none of them. There are some that are very similar, but you can't recreate his Padawan saber exactly. Which, of course, it would be impossible to do it exactly because his Padawan saber is only a single blade. But I thought that would have been cool to do, to be able to make it the same way that his saber as a Padawan was. There's nothing this way. Nothing this way. Just keep moving through.
Hey, Cal.
There are a couple minor conversations here. They don't
Ready
take
for a
much
rematch
time,
later?
so we're gonna have them.
Anytime.
Sounds good. On your way to training?
Always.
All right, then. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Better get a move on, Cal. Jaro isn't a patient one.
You can actually, if you stand here long enough and wait, the clone trooper will continue to urge you to go to training. It's also possible to backtrack and go back into Cal's room even though the door's shut. But you really have no need to do so, and there's nothing in there. But, I mean, if you want to, if you want to look around more, you can. Now, some people will occasionally catch a glitch here, where BD1 is still on their back during this section. It's never happened to me, but I've seen videos on YouTube of it. And that supposedly has to do with
I believe it once mastered the pulses, so...
The initial story was that Cal built BD1 as a kid.
We'll talk later.
And so he was supposed to be
move on,
with you
Cal.
during these training sections. But then they decided to go with a different story on that. And so it apparently got left in that he would be on your back
You're in,
sometimes,
right?
and it happened. I believe they must have fixed it, or I just have never gotten lucky enough to have it happen.
called me for training.
You got this, kid.
And this having these conversations really helps put this in perspective of just how shitty Order 66 was, and how the clones literally had no control over themselves once the inhibitor chips in their heads were activated. Because literally they're high-fiving him and asking him to have a rematch and chatting with him, and they're all genuinely his friends. They don't have a clue of what's about to go down later on in the war or anything such. Well, you'll move on here, and you'll just keep moving
Master
on,
DePaul?
and you'll initiate your training.
It's time for instruction.
Yes, Master?
Reach our position. Do not keep me waiting.
Now, there is a hidden interaction that you can start in here, but if I initiate it, I will have to quit the game to the main menu and go back into the game to get that to happen. And so I'm not going to do that, but I can come back later, and
Last as long as it needs.
I'll demo that in another video where I focus just on those type of things. You're gonna come up here. You don't want to get in too much of a rush, because if you don't let these platforms complete, sometimes you can miss them. This one up here especially. Now this area, it took me a while to figure out what the hell I was supposed to do. I kept trying to jump to these holes, but you're actually supposed to jump to these little places on the wall. Which in hindsight is obvious, but I was confused. I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do.
You're almost there.
You'll get a little bouncy wall here. Wall run. come up. You can climb all the way across, but I like to just come up to the top of it. Watch that guy right there. He's going to try to take some cheap shots on you.
Whoa! Cheap shot, Commander.
Focus. Were you concentrating, you would have anticipated this distraction. Better, Padawan. Join me.
I just think it's funny how even if you effectively parry him every time, he still tells you that had you been focused, you'd have anticipated that. It's like I obviously wasn't put off too much by it. Now the hidden interaction, I'll go ahead and tell you how to do it. What you have to do is be on this platform here, and you have to use the flying glitch to get over there. But if you manage to, you have to do it before the clone trooper goes away. If you go in that door there, Jaro Tapal will get mad at you for cheating. And he'll begin to repeatedly over and over throw that ball at you that he threw at you during the force push training session. And there's no way to come, once you come back out here, he's still going to be upset with you and there's no way to get back out of the room after that. And so you have to quit to the main menu and reload the game. So I'm not going to do that. But that's how you do it. You could probably look it up on YouTube and find a video, but I will make my own independent one. Now you come in here.
We will begin with physical
and we're going to get a cutscene.
First, though,
I'll let y'all watch that.
Bracca is secure. We move out from Magito shortly.
Yes!
You must...
Master, are you okay?
Something is...
No! No! What's happening? Why did the commander just...
Padawan, something terrible is happening. The clones have betrayed us. There are no answers to your questions. Not yet. We need to get off this ship. Quickly. Get to the escape pods. Use the maintenance halls. We trained for this. Do you remember?
Yes, Master. Well, what about you?
I will create a distraction and meet you. If I am not there when you arrive, depart without me. I will find you on Bracca. Do you understand?
Yes, Master.
They're coming. I will seal the blast doors, but if any cross your path, do not hesitate. Go. And may the Force be with you. Go! Go!
There he is. Shoot and kill.
No! Stop!
Now once you get far enough up, the wall closes. I normally manage to kill them all. Haha, I got him through the hole.
Depol's on the move. We're gonna need backup.
Just run right past them. They don't notice you. They're in a hurry. Oh, you gotta pull this one. I apologize. Cal's a little weaker as a Padawan, obviously, so you have to pull it twice.
Doesn't make any sense. What's going on?
Now this Force Slow ability that you have in this game, I don't recall ever actually seeing any Jedi use that anywhere else, so I think it's something they created for the game. But I don't know, I'll have to research that more. I'll come back with an answer for that tomorrow.
Off again.
You have to slow this down. You can roll under it, but it's difficult. Come right here, yank this one down.
Reporting casualties. Depol has taken out multiple squads. Shoot on sight. Copy that.
Jump up on this.
Stand. What changed?
Push this one.
What's that? Someone's in the maintenance halls.
I think I'm near the turbo lift. Not much further after that.
You get a pretty good view of, you know, the insides of a Republic Venator. And you can tell that the Empire didn't really change too much on their ships and stuff after becoming the Empire. They just downgraded the appearance of them, I suppose. I guess they were a little less worried about the way they looked and more worried about the way they functioned. Get rid of him. You'll hop up here.
Just need to keep moving.
Take him
At this
out.
point,
Let me go after
you're gonna... No matter how good you are, you lose your lightsaber here.
Padawan, your lightsaber!
I'm sorry, Master.
Keep climbing. I'll meet you up ahead.
Alright. You'll see the rope over here. Climb to it. Seems like that's a real common thing for Jedi. They lose their lightsabers an awful damn lot for something that's so important to them. Huh. It's the first time I've ever seen that rope get stuck like that. It kind of makes me wonder, like, what was the Jedi's plan when they finally managed to get all the Kyber crystals off Ilum? What are you doing, Cal? Grab it! Okay. I mean, I know there are other places in the galaxy, that have Kyber crystals as well, but for some reason the crystals on Ilum's, are you freaking kidding right now? Grab the damn beam. I don't know if it's just because Ilum is their favorite planet to go to for them, but apparently it's a lot more plentiful in Kyber crystals, I suppose, than anywhere else.
There's an override just ahead.
And that raises the question for me that if they're going to continue to keep episodes 7, 8, and 9 as canon, which, God, I hope they don't, where are Jedi going to obtain Kyber crystals now? Because I'm not sure of a comprehensive list of all the planets that actually contain Kyber crystals, and the extent to which they do. And that's something that it's been eating away at me for a little while. But I'm sure they'll explain it in further movies, because I think they are actually planning to make more. Which, if they do, I hope they like retcon basically and say that 7, 8, and 9 happened in some kind of alternate universe. But, of course, we'll never get to see Princess Leia again because the great Carrie Fisher has passed on. And that's terrible. I really hate that they killed off Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, but left Princess Leia alive for so long when she was actually already dead and they're both still alive. And I honestly hate that they tarnished her career by having the last film of her career be such a total fucking turd. And it was an insult and an affront to her and to everybody involved with the original Star Wars films that started such a great fandom. But I'll make separate videos on that. And the guy, Star Wars Theory, I've already called him out once. If you check out his YouTube videos, that man holds a passion for it equal to mine. And that man has shed tears over the way that Star Wars has been treated by Disney. And I'm actually doing my best here to keep my voice calm as I say so, but they bastardized Star Wars in every way they could. And they literally took it and all they cared about was money, and they did not care a single bit about the way the fans were going to feel about the way they treated those films. And I honestly feel like they had a bunch of 12-year-olds sitting on the set with notebook pads and crayons, and they'd go, you know what sounds good for the next scene? And they'd scribble it down, and they'd go, okay, let's shoot that. They didn't think a single damn thing through, and they literally made the freaking movies up as they went. They insulted John Boyega with their usage of his character Finn. I expected Finn to get treated so much better, and then he gets stuck off in the friend zone by two different characters. He gets friend zoned by Rey, and then he gets friend zoned by that Asian girl. Rey's character was garbage all around. Daisy Ridley did a great job with what she had to work with, but nobody could have made that part good. I don't care who they cast, and that's nothing against Daisy Ridley. That is all all
time
Disney.
for instruction.
Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to say anything else on it because I'm starting to get frustrated. But yeah, you definitely check out Star Wars Theory and The Stupendous Wave. Those guys are both on YouTube. And they have really good videos and stuff. We're going to go back to the game now. Right here, you cannot beat him. It's just a Force vision. And you're just supposed to fight him
Your will is weak.
up until the cutscene initiates.
You let fear break your connection to the Force.
You'll have to parry him. Or no, you just have to fight him for a little while. And it'll initiate this scene.
You are a failure, a weakling, a
And as you
traitor.
can tell, this is definitely a nexus for the dark side.
You are no Jedi! No!
It's forcing him, it's tempting him with anger. Right here is what's happening. Now, if you try to use your lightsaber...
It's broken. The crystal shattered. Useless.
See, right here, my girlfriend was talking during the cutscenes, and I had no idea that my lightsaber was broken. And so at the next section of the game, I died multiple times, but I also encountered a strange glitch where my blades were still out, actually came out on my lightsaber when I tried to use it, but it was stuck on my side. And, he would actually swing his hand like his saber was in it, but you couldn't damage the enemies. And I actually restarted the game because of it. Like, from the beginning, because I thought I couldn't figure out how to get it to work, and I thought that I was supposed to fight the enemies. I didn't know that the saber was broke, so if that happens to you, a guy on Reddit said all he did was jump off of a cliff and it fixed it, but I died multiple times and that didn't fix it, so you can try that. If that doesn't work for you, then you're going to have to restart, and if that does happen, I apologize. Please don't let it tarnish your opinion of the game. We're going to move on.
BD? Thanks. Let's just get out of here. I can't explain BD. Not sure I even understand.
You can now open this door, and you'll come out here straight into a cutscene.
You can't say I didn't warn you.
Leave me alone.
Leave you alone, lost, and defenseless in this dangerous place. Never.
Okay, enough of this. Who are you really?
Taron Malikos. Former Jedi, like yourself. We have much in common.
I doubt that.
Oh? We both survived the Purge. My troops betrayed me. I was forced to strike them down, and I escaped to this desolate place. To the darkness here. It almost took me. But I conquered it.
You're the one the Knight brothers follow.
Yes. Well, these savages only respect strength. And as we both know, the Force is a most powerful ally.
No, you used the Force to seize power. That's everything the Jedi stood against.
These are dark times. They will consume us if we do not stand with each other.
I don't need your help.
That broken lightsaber tells a different tale. You saw something in there, didn't you? Something terrible. There are many such places here in Dathomir. Join my family, and I can teach you how to control its power.
Join my family, and I will teach you to control the power. Familiar words, Malikos.
Sister Merin, you overstep your bounds.
For years, you said the Jedi orchestrated the massacre that killed my sisters. Yet here one stands, and you seek only to bring him into your family.
You were told to deal with it. Clearly you lack the power, little witch.
Power. You are mad, Malikos. Dathomir has unmade you, and my misplaced loyalty has allowed you to lead the Night Brothers astray. Unlike the Jedi, the Night Sisters of Dathomir do not turn on their kind. Our bond is eternal.
Your sisters are dead!
Yes. Their graves are all around you.
Time to go.
And there was that spell that you heard her practicing in the Force Echo.
Girl. This power is beyond your control!
You both shall learn. When you face one Night Sister of Dathomir, you face us all!
Run. No.
Now, you can't fight them here. It won't even let you use your Force abilities. The last time I tried, I could have sworn it would before, but I couldn't get him to do it. We'll test that real quick right here. This area is fairly... Okay, it did let me that time. We'll see. It might have just been an error. Okay, yeah. There we go. But you're just gonna book ass. Just move as quick and fast as you can. I don't understand why he's the only one that's magically still here, because everybody else is gone. And apparently he's a fucking crack shot.
See her! See her!
He'll come right here. Oh, shit.
Running.
What's happening?
A Night Sister.
I missed
She raised
something
the dead.
without realizing it. I could have sworn we got
Whoa,
this.
whoa, whoa! And you're
Alright, you just want to
leading
get on
them
this
here?
rope here.
Captain,
I'm glad I
prepare
saw
for
that.
takeoff.
And you swing up here. And here's the echo. I'm sorry about that, folks. I can't believe I missed that.
Night Sister survived. Something about her is familiar.
Just watch them, because they'll nail you. Roll by them. Then you'll come down here.
Get us out of here!
And now we're in Resident Evil, and Dawn of the Dead, and World War Z, and I Am Legend, and every other zombie movie that ever featured a shit ton of zombies hanging on to a spaceship, or helicopter, or plane as it flew off. Luckily, we don't crash, though, like you always do in the movies.
What happened? Did you find the tomb? Your master's lightsaber.
I saw him. Master T'Pol. I saw the day he died. I saw what I did.
Cal.
Now it's destroyed. I couldn't save him.
Cal, you were only a child.
No, I know I could have helped him if I'd been stronger and braver, if I would have listened to him. I could have helped him. I know it.
Cal, it's time I told you everything that happened to me when I escaped the Empire. They brought Shirley in the room. And when I saw her eyes, they showed me what I had caused. She was an Inquisitor. And something in me gave. And I lost all control. And I tapped into the dark side. And I killed them all. Every last one of them. Except for her. And for years, I couldn't forgive myself. I was a wreck. Because I had all this rage. And I tried pushing it down, but there was no hiding from myself. And all I wanted to do was die. But then I learned about the Holocron. A spark of hope that there could be a future. That we could move on. Get up. I can't change what I did no more than you can change what happened to your master. It's in the past. But Cal, you have to make a choice to move on.
How?
You're gonna start with this. You are going to build a new one.
Yeah, I heard you.
Cal, you will be tested.
Yeah. But I'm ready.
I don't mean just here. Every Jedi faces the dark side. And it's very easy to fail.
You're still struggling with the dark side. Even after cutting yourself off from the Force.
We will always struggle. But that is the test. It's the choice to keep fighting that makes us who we are.
I guess it's about time I find out who I am.
This Roshir looks great, Grease.
You know, it's not the origin tree or anything, but it does the job.
I like what you did with the branches.
Huh, thanks, kid. You know, you're all right.
Alright, so we're now on Ilum, and this is the planet where the Jedi receive their Kyber crystals as Padawans and make their first lightsaber. We're first going to want to take this turn here and go this way. You'll see a wall run. You just take it. Oh, what the hell? And you'll get an echo.
Younglings, the time of the gathering is upon us. Use your skills wisely.
Now we'll come back through here. Take a right.
It's the Jedi Temple.
been a while. Yeah. I remember.
If you position yourself
every Jedi comes here
behind
as a kid.
these
Or they did. When there were
like pieces
Jedi.
on the wall, you can avoid getting slowed down by the wind. But you're only gonna have those for so long, and then you have to go around them. Once you get about here, though, the wind quits messing with you. I guess they figured that that was gonna be irritating. Then you run into it again up to this point.
Looks like a way through over there. Now be careful with the ice.
Gonna climb through this crack in the wall here. There's also another crack here. But first, you want to look this way. Oh, never mind, that crack's up there. I apologize. First, you want to look this way. You'll examine this.
The storm, the temple. It all feels connected somehow.
You climb up and around. You gotta run over here. And now you actually can go further up, but we're gonna bypass that for now because we're gonna need our lightsaber to get everything that's up there, and there's no point in doing it twice. You jump to this left side and climb over. You drop down onto this little ledge here. As you can see, there's the path. Since I know it's hard to watch it while I'm climbing, you'll come in here. You'll get a data scan. Like that.
Yeah, it used to be beautiful. The warmth is nice.
You get another scan right here.
Good.
Don't go down there just yet. Come this way instead.
I remember this room. Master Yoda melted that door to let us into the caves. Not with the Force, with that crystal.
Gonna pull this over here to you.
It's warm. I bet we can do it too.
Oh. I do that every time. Oh, come on. Give me the rope. Oh yeah, you can also walk up to it and click it and he'll grab it. I forget about that. This one goes in the socket. Now you gotta pull this to you. And just hold it in the sunlight. You gotta melt that. I'm gonna shove this guy across. Swing over to here. You'll now come through here. Scan this big crystal. Up here you go. Oh, damn it. I forgot to complete the other section of the puzzle before I... Okay, over here. Well, since we're down here, scan this statue. There's another scan in this room somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's not here till later. Just climb back up the wall. Okay. Now you've got to swing across here. We'll go to this one. So I'll quit hitting that ledge. Now pull this guy to you. Grab it. Stick it in there. And then shove it back across. And now you'll start to melt the big waterfall. Which, if you've seen the Clone Wars animated series, you'll know that when you melt it, it only stays melted for so long. And that the Jedi Padawans are actually timed on finding their crystal. And if they fail to find a crystal before the time limit, they can be trapped inside here forever. And that they fail their trial to become a Jedi. Okay. Save right here. We're gonna run down here and jump in this water. There are a couple chests in the water down here. We're gonna swim to the right here, and scan this little heat vent, thermal vent, which they call a geyser, which I don't believe is the correct term for that. Okay. The chest will be a lot easier for you to see because of the lights, but there is one in here, I believe. I might be lying to you. Give me just a second. Okay. No, okay. Alright. Turned around. Okay, that's the way we came from. You wanna swim over here? Climb up. Sense this echo.
Each path is different, young one. Be mindful of your anger.
Ugh.
I'll turn to your left and go this way.
There's heat coming from those cracks underwater, but it's freezing up here.
Look at how much experience I got from that. I never pay attention to it.
It's calling
that
to me.
one gave us a
We
bunch.
must be close. Jedi can't pick any kyber crystal. It chooses you. Yeah, kind of like
Come
you.
across here. You scan this.
Good scan, BD. Just a little shake. It'll be okay.
Look down.
Let's hope it holds.
Run right here to where you see all this shiny stuff on the wall.
Nice job.
As you can see, this place is totally packed with crystals. They're sparkling all over the walls, all over the floor. Take this minor ice slide. It's nothing super spectacular, nothing super difficult. Oh. The wall's gonna break right here, but it's not gonna, you're not gonna fall.
The call's getting
Come
stronger.
up here.
Let's hurry.
Now you don't want to go down here yet because you'll just wind up killing yourself over and over again. There's no way to get to what's down there at this point. I do recommend you save right here. Ugh. It says examine, but when I click it, he keeps using the save point. I apologize. Okay.
I feel like I'm surrounded by
All right.
ghosts. No, I'm not all right. It's hard to be here. Thanks, buddy.
Come through here. You're gonna run across a couple probe droids.
How did they find us
Since you
here?
don't have a lightsaber, you've got to use the Force to destroy them. Now first we want to take a left and go this way. Just climb around the wall. You'll jump to this. Come up. And there's another echo here.
Where did you last see him?
He was heading into the caves. He called out, but I couldn't find him.
There's nothing down there. Now go this way. Jump across here. 2 more probe droids.
Seer, we've got a problem. There are probe droids in the caverns.
There's no way they could have put a tracker
There's a
on us.
box right here for
But I
you.
would have said the same about Trilla hijacking your comm. Grease and I will search the Mantis.
Thanks. I'll be back as soon as I've got my crystal.
You're vulnerable out there. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Drop down. Now you shove this thing that somehow, oh so conveniently lands exactly where it needs to. I'm not gonna lie, I would be totally iffy about jumping on this. I'd be like, screw that. I'm gonna come across here. Before you go up, you wanna go down. We'll go this way, and sense this echo.
A youngling dropped this during your test. She was so scared of failing. Brings back some memories. That's it. I can see it shining.
Alright. Jump over here. And go in this water. There's a box right here. Turn around. Swim to the other end. For your data map. Well, for your map completion. Climb up. Look right here.
Always finding stuff.
You'll find a huge hunk of kyber crystal.
Nice job.
Go in the water here. Swim under. Oop, wrong button. Swim across to this end, because under the water does count. Now you'll come
Through
up
there.
here.
I can feel it. We're almost out of here. I promise.
BD, don't come any closer. BD!
At this section, there's nothing to find. You just have to swim through.
Trust me.
No! Yeah!
It's over. He failed.
Failure's not the end, my friend.
That's good, buddy.
The time's come. This may be the last you see of me. I can sense the doom of the Jedi Order is upon us. No! Failure is not the end. It is a necessary part of the path. Hope will always survive in those who continue to fight. Like you, BD1. I believe you will find someone just as brave and persistent as you have been. And you will help them, as you have helped me. But your memory will be completely lost. Are you sure you want to do this?
Frick.
Beginning total memory encryption. Only with a trusted connection will your memories be restored. I believe in you, as I always have. And I believe in whom you choose to replace me. Goodbye, old friend.
Your memories. You risked them for me.
Yeah, I believe in you too, buddy. Yeah, you're right. There's still a chance. There's always a chance. Come on.
I apologize, folks. I'm typing. Give me 1 second here. Alright. Now there's a couple collectibles in this room to find. You can get them before you go interact with that, I believe. No, BD1's gonna, he stays stuck to it. First, we'll interact with this. At this point, you'll get to choose whatever color you want for your saber. If you're on your first playthrough, you'll now have more options than you're used to. Don't let it get over, go over your head. You just pick whichever one you're interested in. And you can change it later. So, I normally just pick one. Which, I know what order the colors are in, so I picked the color I wanted. Now, I am going to turn around and mess with my lightsaber just a little bit. I can't stand the way it looks with Seer's hilt added to it. It looks freaking retarded. So I'm going to mash the X button and toggle that. And this is how I normally do my saber. I call it the Spirit of the Masters. I came up with the name initially. I was using the switch and sleeve from Eno Cordova, which is this one here. And this one here, and it has the components of all three of the Jedi Masters who had an influence on Cal's development as a Jedi. But then I kind of got to where I felt like I didn't like the way it flowed anymore, because I started using this in the center, and it does look good this way too, don't get me wrong, but I wanted something that looked a little more functional, and I felt like that stippling just looked uncomfortable. And so I went with this, and I was way more pleased with that. I think that looks way better. So that's the way I do it. Once again, everybody has their own style. Do it how you choose. But that's my way. Now we're going to run over here. You can see this little echo. Sense the echo.
Be wary, Padawan. You do not choose your crystal. It chooses you.
Just run around the room for your holo map. Now you come through here, chop through these stalagmites. Rest. Now I am at some point gonna have to play off stream and probably get some more skill points because I believe I'm gonna come short of buying all the skills. Because I've been trying to fast track this walkthrough. You'll come through here and you'll come to a little tutorial area where you can use your split saber attacks.
Come on, hit him! Yeah, got him! Got him!
Which is really a crappy area to use them in. It's also an excellent place to stack up some XP if you want, because you do have a large amount of enemies in this really small section with 2 save points very close by. For some reason, these stormtroopers seem tougher than the average bear.
Charging to the enemy's position.
Can't beat us all!
You asshole.
The enemy is severely injured. Okay. You messed with the wrong unit.
I was rushing, I kept getting hit while trying to use my force abilities. Which, once again, is totally stupid, how if you get interrupted in the middle of using an ability, it still costs you force. But it's just, it's part of the game. What's going on outside? There's always somebody just sitting out there with their car running. Alright. Okay. Alright, this time, these fellas are gonna get the what for.
Moving to engage.
Could be a trap.
Solid contact. Not there. He's dead.
I'm taking point on this pursuit. Don't be next.
Execute the intruder. Down there. Okay, I got this. I got this. Lucky move.
Are you sure?
Let's see what's behind
You'll
you.
come up here. One thing, you can stand right here. Okay, I guess he's not gonna say it. Normally he says something about how they're ripping the planet apart. And you'll run into this room.
Trivial opposition. Requesting maintenance.
Now be warned, if BD1 successfully kills one of these droids with a droid, you lose the experience. You don't get credit for him killing it. I like to come over here, yank these guys to me, and go ahead and get them into the fight. And you'll see what's going to happen with that in a second. They will beat the shit out of you fast, so keep that in mind. But you notice now I'm slowly going to multiply the amount of enemies that I have on my side.
Critical shot. Damaging Jedi. Jedi critically injured. Competent.
Here, buddy.
Still resisting. Unwise.
Won't be locked for long.
Slice this door,
Seer, we need to get out of here.
and then
They've
turn
taken
around
over
and come
Ilum.
this way.
Are you all right?
No, they spotted me. And that's not all.
Oh, hurry up, BD1.
They're mining Kyber
now
crystals.
You can scan this.
Captain, prepare for takeoff.
Yeah. It's hard to look at these crystals after everything we went through.
Those of you who have seen the new Star Wars movies, you'll see what they're alluding to here. They're alluding to the fact that the Empire is mining these crystals for a Starkiller base. You can actually return here to Ilum on your second trip, and the planet will look different on the scene when you're flying in, and you'll notice that they are transforming Ilum into Starkiller base. Come this way first. Climb across your wall here. Here's a box. You'll encounter a new enemy, which is no different than a plain stormtrooper. BD1's gonna scan this.
So what'd you find?
Okay. I thought he would scan this guy too, but apparently not. You can now open this door, and these guys will be back. It's also a good area where you can, you know, kind of farm up some XP with minimal risk. Just roll away. If they come in here, they'll turn around and leave. Then you just sit here and tear them up. But you do need to come back out here, so you're gonna have to fight them at some point anyways.
Enemy contact. Prepare yourself. Incompetent.
Watch out that you don't accidentally get trapped. But if you're not careful, you can screw yourself by doing that. I've been trapped in the middle of them before and couldn't get away.
Avoidance identified.
I'll just come back through here. I'm gonna get myself a skill point, or ability. Which at this point, this is the one I want. Back. Rest. I just come through here. And as you notice, there's now stormtroopers looking around to see who's been snooping in the caves.
Take him down! I can't hit him! Assault him! Got one of us! Skillful! How are you doing that?
Okay. Now this part here, you're going to want to get in and out of really quickly, because there's a guy up there that's shooting a rocket launcher, and he's too far away for you to actually shoot him with to use his own rocket against him. So you're going to want to move in. Take these guys to Pound Town as fast as you can.
Hit him! I got
this. Just keep moving. The rocket launcher guy will have trouble getting to you.
Got me. That hurt.
You're going to encounter progressively more tough enemies as you come through. There's a purge trooper here with a pack of assholes.
Get up here! Hurry!
Watch out.
Don't let up!
Purge Trooper go? I must have pushed him off the edge. Huh.
Another step.
Now there's gonna be an Electro Baton Purge Trooper and 2 security droids. I'll show you how to get rid of those guys.
Unproductive, human.
Purge Trooper die.
Trivial opposition.
I just yanked the droids off. And then I can now focus on this guy. One shot, because he got hit with the missile. And now...
You're lighting up Imperial
say goodbye to
channels.
him.
They're sending everything they've got at you.
Are you in Grease safe?
We're laying low, but the storm's clearing.
Oh.
We won't have any cover.
I almost forgot.
What about disguising the Mantis' signal?
That trick only works if they're not expecting it.
We still need to come back down here for one more thing. Now don't just go dive down the hole, because that's not where you need to go.
See her.
Come up here.
I remember the
There's gonna be a
wonder of these
security
caves.
droid, 2
I couldn't
stormtroopers,
wait
and
to
some probe
complete my training
droids.
and become a Jedi Knight. That's all gone.
Take the probe droid.
Orders, but the dream.
There we go.
You will regret that.
Ah. About to piss me off, dude. Oh, he got me. I'm probably gonna die. Nope, I managed to live. Whew, barely, but I did. Now you're gonna come through here. Now, run across. Go through the wall. Take this ice slide on the right.
Be mindful of your emotions, young one.
But Master, this is easy.
Okay. You'll come up. And just follow the same path you took to go get your Kyber crystal.
Stim, please, buddy. You're quick.
He's really not, but, okay. And back out we go. We'll go ahead and check out our map. Crystal Caves. Imperial Trench, covered. The only thing that we should have to find stuff in is the Jedi Temple. And we'll have all that before we leave. And then the Shattered Lake we'll get right before we go to the ship and fight the mini-boss for this area. Okay. Back in the water. Now, I could have sworn there was a chest down here. I apologize for that, telling you guys there was a chest down here and there wasn't, but, it happens.
I've sliced through their encryption. I'm scrambling transmissions, but it won't be long before they're restored.
Climb up here.
Hopefully it'll buy us some time.
Thank you. There's stormtroopers everywhere.
Ilum was our plan. Don't let them forget that.
This wall's gonna explode.
Unessential.
You want to prioritize these probe droids, because those little shitheads will sit there and pick away at you.
Trivial opposition. Sudden movement unforeseen.
Oh, there was a perfect dodge. If you'll notice, you heard that little, like, noise. But before you run out of here, make a circle around the room.
Let's take a look.
BD1 will scan this.
What is it,
I was hoping
buddy?
he would wait just a second. Alright. Let's see here. Jedi Temple, 90%. Come through here.
This Jedi is just a loose end from the Clone Wars. He'll be dealt with.
If he survived this long, he must have some skill or help.
Either way, the Empire will find him.
What's over there? I'm after him.
Keep on him! Get in here! Slip up now.
Alright. Now that should complete the
They've
Jedi
broken
Temple.
through and called reinforcements.
We'll walk
Every
out.
Star Destroyer in the sector
We'll
is
check.
on their way here.
Yep, Jedi Temple's
Get here
complete.
before you do.
No,
Don't
we didn't
take
come
off
all this
just
way to
yet.
get captured. I'll be there.
This will be here now. You can climb up on it. We're gonna take a little trip up here. Now it is worth noting, if you had come up here on your first trip, then there would be a thing you could examine where Cal would say, we need to go down because it's cold up here and my face is getting numb. And then when you come up the second time, there'll be another one. Which the other one you'll still be able to see, but the other one is there too. They don't count towards anything, it's literally just if you want to hear them say it. You'll come up here, and I'll give you a little snippet of technically useless information after I do this echo.
A great Jedi meditated here. He returned at points throughout his life to contemplate his many adventures and trials.
Okay. Now this one here, Master Marty Cameron, is a memorial place at a meditation site, often used by the venerable Jedi Master Marty Cameron, or Bucky. He returned here many times over the course of his life to reflect on his adventures and achievements. This is actually a homage to one of the developers' late father who passed away. His name was Martin Cameron, and his name Bucky, and the developer who actually designed Ilum just stuck this in here as a, you know, just a sweet little homage to his dad, who I believe was a big Star Wars fan.
Definitely worth the climb.
You know, it's just something neat to know.
When I saw it for the first time, I was almost as small as
The
you.
man will forever be immortalized
Not nearly as
in
brave,
the
though.
universe of Star Wars now. I couldn't ask for something better. If one of my children did that for me, that'd be amazing. Then you come through here and you chop this open. There's a chest here. We'll probably have to run a circle around the Shattered Lake, but I'm gonna check the map. No? Okay, the Shattered Lake is complete. Unfortunately, you have to make the climb all the way back down. You can use the flying glitch if you jump off and then just use it to slow yourself down a few times. as you go down. You'll eventually make it to the bottom without it resetting you. But if you don't, then it'll reset you, because this is considered a deadly fall. I normally just hop off right here and then jump down. And now we're going to encounter 2 Imperial Walkers.
Stim, please.
So we're gonna keep our double-bladed sabers ready.
See her. We've got company. Tell Grease to close the Mantis.
What? With the Empire on your tail? Are you crazy, kid?
Trust me.
We do. We'll close the ship.
Dang! Picked him up off the ground. Shit. I'm stuck. Run. I can't see the other one. There he is. I like to try to keep them together so I can watch them both.
Here, buddy.
Fortunately, my timing's a little off on my parry. I already have one close to dead. The pilot is going to climb out of this one, unlike the one on Kashyyyk. Just rip him to you and get rid of him. So I have some little punk sitting here, picking away at you. Down he goes. Watch, did manage to get some bombs off. And now we're gonna dip out of Ilum. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and go back to Bogano and Zepho.
I wouldn't be here without
I'm at 2 hours and 18 minutes. We can probably make it through Bogano. There's not much left there to find. Once we do that, I'm going to call it a night once again.
Fallen Jedi.
And we will then move on to,
hang on.
We'll complete the rest of Zepho, and then I'll take us back to Dathomir.
Hey, wasn't there a gigantic crash ship on Zepho? Think there's any good loot in that thing?
As you can see, we're pretty much done with Dathomir. We're pretty much done with Bogano. Ilum is complete. Kashyyyk is complete. We just have to finish these 2 planets. And this one, which this one we'll finish as soon as we go back. There's not much there left to find. There's Zepho. We're going to go for Bogano.
You know, even after all the action you two bring, I still get a thrill watching the games.
Yeah, as long as you keep your habits in check.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I'm just a spectator. No gambling or nothing going on.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking pure entertainment. Nothing gets me going more than watching a couple slubs square off. Just slick moves and brute force.
Captain, I am slightly troubled by your enthusiasm for something so barbaric.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it is true. Totally barbaric, but still kind of entertaining. Get over here, kid. We're about to land.
You know what? I just remembered. We do need to come back here again for story progression. So we're going to skip this for now. And this will be in the next section. And we're going to go ahead and go back to Dathomir and get that over with. Once we're done there, then we'll go to Bogano. We'll complete Bogano for the story progression. And then before we progress on to the next planet that we unlock, we will go and finish Zepho.
What about you?
That way,
I
can complete off Dathomir and I won't have to go back.
You know
and in
what
case,
you need to do to
that way I can double check
and I'm
if I
so
missed
proud of you for
anything and we
that.
can cover it
I have my own
lightning fast at the
Here
end
for
of
you
this
if you need
video. I apologize for my indecisiveness, but I'm trying to do this the way I would normally do it, but I'm also trying to make this effective for you guys.
Time to land. Get up here. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Any bets on what horrible thing will happen this time? More dead things, giant spiders, killer plants?
All of the above.
Don't say that.
Or maybe the Haxian brood will come and find us.
Are you both still
No,
mad
they
at
will.
me? The Grease guy?
Mad isn't the word I'd use.
Hey, you gotta admit though, I paid you back in thrills. How many slubs get on the Haxian Brood's most wanted list, huh?
If you weren't such a good pilot, I'd hand you over myself.
Better keep your skills up, Greasy.
Okay. Let's see. Tactical guide. Okay. Hopefully, I can beat these guys that are gonna be up here. I normally die because the stupid bounty hunter droid is a freaking asshole. But I'm best to beat them so I can go ahead and get those data scans over with too. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to backtrack. The sole purpose of that. There's gonna be a shitload of spiders that come out right here. Like 5 or 6 of them. Hell. Damn! Freaking acid! The spiders are by far the most frustrating enemy on all of Dathomir. I cannot stand them. Because if one of them gets you, all of them get you, and they're constantly spitting that acid at you, and then they get a free cheap shot on you if you're too close to them when they die. Just make sure you watch out for that. As you can see, even somebody who's played the game as many times as me, that they still get me, and it's really tough to tell which move they're about to do. And even when you're close to them, they'll spit the damn acid at you. Good news is, I now get a little bit of bonus XP that'll help me work my way up through the rest of the abilities. Which I should only have like 2 left, maybe 3. I think 3. One always lives, but I got him. Really? Again? I don't see how he managed to get me. Like how my lightsaber swung right through his body, but it didn't even damage him. Okay. Well, I ought to have a second skill point by the time I kill these guys. Ow. Well, I believe that's my first death. Maybe well, I believe those were my second and third deaths of this section, so that's actually not bad. Color me impressed. Ah, I somehow went back to my single saber. Wow, that was kind of cool looking. Unintentional, but cool. Little assholes. What am I? Damn. Trapped in a corner. I can't figure out where I'm at. Are you freaking kidding me? Just hit me with acid through the wall. It's the cheap shit like this that turns people off on games. I mean, if you really get it down, you can get it down. But like even then, my howling pool is only pulling 1 to me, even though there's 7 or 8 of them there. But you just watched it work several times on every other enemy I've used it on. And they put these guys somewhere where they bottleneck you, and then they're sitting here spitting something at you that does AoE damage. Get over here. Shitheads. Like I told you, anger fuels me, so that's... I was very clearly agitated at that point. Ah, she got me! Let go, let go! Alright, one thing you want to keep in mind now that these chicks are spawning here, when you use this save point, it's one of the few save points in the game where if there's an enemy nearby it, the enemy is still there after using the save point. And so you have to be ready to fight these girls as soon as you stand up. Should be a couple more up here. I love how nothing even flinches when you hit it. But your guy acts like he just got clocked by freaking Kimbo Slice.
Can I get a stim, buddy? Need to pick me up.
And as you can see, there's the bounty hunter droid. I have discovered a pretty foolproof method of getting past him. The trick is just avoiding the dude with the freaking jetpack long enough to do it.
Going up? Oh, it's moving! There it goes!
What you want to do is hit him, roll over here.
You're paying for that.
Get him with that, roll. Focus on this guy for a second.
I'm taking you down.
Damn, it didn't get his jetpack. Alright, shove him down on the ground, same thing.
I got this.
Shove him into the frick. Shove him into the wall. There goes his jetpack. Now he's no problem.
You're no match for the brood.
There we go. And I got both my data scans for the Haxian brood right here. This bounty hunter droid is a major asshole, so I recommend hardcore that you beat him the way I just did. Otherwise, he's gonna pound you to a pulp, and I promise you that. Don't test it. Now we're coming up on the Malicos boss fight, and I am past 2.5 hours. We're gonna run in here. I'm gonna show you guys the collectibles in here, but I'm gonna save the boss fight for for tomorrow. We'll do the boss fight, complete Dathomir, then we'll go complete Bogano and Zepho.
Wrong to return.
And hopefully complete the game, depending on how long it takes me on Zepho. But there's not a ton that we have to do there.
Proves you a
but there are
Jedi.
still some things we need to do.
No. Facing you. Memories that have haunted me since Braca. I won't run from them anymore.
Then let us see what manner of death your courage brings.
He'll be a little more aggressive this time when he fights you, but all you have to do is parry him and avoid him. You cannot beat him. You can't. It's impossible to get a hit on him.
You lost your lightsaber.
But the ultimate goal is hit him with a split saber attack.
No. I will never forget. The loss has become a part of me. I will honor your teaching and your sacrifice.
Oh.
Remember, persistence reveals the path.
Okay. So there's gonna be 3 little enemies in this area, and we'll have another cutscene.
Look, here!
Don't go up there just yet, or you're gonna have to deal with the guy shooting at you while fighting.
Strike him!
Oh, I missed him with it.
Nothing!
You want to turn right here, climb up the wall, come across here. And you'll sense this echo.
We shouldn't be here. This place is cursed.
Don't be scared. Remember, we have a deal. You promised to teach me your magics.
Then there's another echo right here.
My fallen sisters. This man has promised to grant us our vengeance, but only if I teach him our magic. Forgive me. I must ally with Malicos.
Okay. Now you get to see that Marin isn't quite as crazy of a chick as they make her seem. She really is just hell-bent on revenge. Keep coming. Oh, I went the wrong way. My bad. Keep coming this way. Oh, I got caught on something. I'm sorry. I'm not looking at the TV.
You chose to return. Brave, but not wise.
Maybe. Marin, right? I'm Cal Kestis. What you were told about the Jedi was not true.
So you say. Cal. Malicos said many things too.
Terran Malicos might have been part of my order, but what he is now, I have no idea. All I do know is having a lightsaber isn't what makes you a Jedi.
Then what does?
We were peacekeepers. We were betrayed by those we protected. Hunted down by the Empire. I might be one of the last of my kind.
I was only a child when they attacked. An armored warrior brandishing this descended upon us and cut down my people, my sisters, until I was left alone with the dead. Then Malicos came and promised me revenge if I shared our secrets with him in return.
I know what it's like to lose everything. And Malicos was wrong to use that against you. We don't have to be enemies.
We will need this.
There she goes again.
I'll be watching.
Let's get out of here.
Okay. Now, if you continue up there, you can see Malicos, and you will have to fight him.
I can't. Lives are at stake.
First, we're gonna come up here.
Innocents. Force-sensitive children who will be
We'll
hunted
go ahead
down
and
and
let
murdered.
BD1 scan this.
As we were.
My friend, I have never been one to shy away from the pursuit of knowledge.
Then we'll come up here.
Something terrible happened here. A massacre.
Okay.
They killed their own kind for promises of power.
Now that brings me to my, well no, I'll wait a little while. Okay. We're gonna go to our data bank. Dathomir. Okay, Sage Kujet. This one is further in. This one here, I am not sure. Which one did we miss? Number 1. Okay, so I'll have to look up the location of that one, and we'll find that tomorrow. If we go any further up ahead, then we're going to trigger the conversation and the fight with Malicos. And I'm beyond the time that I am willing to spend on this per video, and so we're going to save, and we'll pick up tomorrow with part 6. And hopefully part 6 will be the final part. If it's close enough to the end of the game, I will go ahead and push through for a longer video and complete the game. I don't know if I want to make this longer than 6 parts. And so, if you've watched up to this point and you've enjoyed what you've seen and learned, I would appreciate a subscribe. And, as always, my friends, may the Force be with you, and have a great night.